Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, sportsman fans across the world. Sorry about the delay on the intro. If you did not hear the volume, we'll make sure we get to those technical difficulties. But it's good to see everyone. And we got some special guests in the house today. We talking Go Blue season review mixed with a little bit of that Pittsburgh flavor. And we also got talks of the great legendary Trey Burke, who is having his jersey retirement, amongst many things and more coming next week for those Wolverines. How is it going this afternoon, ParlayPo of Blissburg? And it is good to see you as well. How's it going for you today?
Man, I can't complain. Ain't nobody gonna listen to me, man. It's cold outside, man.
Oh, yeah, man. It's very cold, as they say in another language, mucho frío. Very cold. And we got one of the OGs from the hood and we grew up in, man. Somebody I looked up to, always tall, walking around the trees and seeing everything going on. We got the OG, Ronnie Hughes, in the building today, ladies and gentlemen. How you feeling today, Big Ron?
I feel pretty fair, bro. How's it going, guys? Ready to talk a little bit about my teams, man. Whenever y'all ready, let's get it. You know, I'm here to talk, my nigga.
Let's do it, man. For the first thing I was thinking, man, seeing respectably all the blue in the background, it looks good. I got to give it to you guys, man. It looks good, and that's what we're here for, to talk about the season review. What are some of the things as the season came to an end overall? What's your thoughts on the overall season? We'll dabble into some of those other questions as well. It's good to see you in here post-game, but what are some of the things that you think when it comes to total season review? And I'm gonna start with you first, ParlayPo.
Well, when I think about the season, it ain't go as planned because I seen a lot of plays on the field and guys wasn't coached up and running the same mistakes, man. You know what I mean? Like, we had a problem with the OC and the DC. The DC kept blitzing too much, didn't let these dudes feel like they were full potential on the offense. I mean, on the defensive end, and we had some players in positions that shouldn't been there. You know what I mean? So it wasn't a good. Even though we only lost that many games, more than previous, but it didn't go as I planned it.
What's your thoughts on that, Big Ronnie? I do agree as well. Myself.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. My thoughts is overall, I think it was a disappointing season for the height we had. I mean, we probably get deeper into specifics, but overall, I think it was the coaching staff, man. Our player development. I didn't see us progressively getting better like in years past. You know, you see the same mistakes being made late that was made early. And even early, you'd be like, oh, okay, well, they don't get it together. It was the same thing. And I do believe our coaches, it was the coaching staff, man. I really believe that because a lot of our players underachieved. We probably get into it, but, you know, they had Derek Moore being a beast this year. Derek Moore, he did okay, and he left, but I expected more out of him and the other ends and on the back end. It showed me that Moore, he was handed the job from Harbaugh, but he wasn't ready to be a big-time coach. You know, he had no coaching experience. He just got handed the job. He wouldn't have been hired at any other Power 4 university. So, I mean, and it showed, you know. So we probably get more into it. But overall, I was disappointed in Bryce's development over the year, too, also.
And when you both speak on a common thing you mentioned is the defensive side of the ball, the coaching, and you mentioned Bryce, you know, as well. You know, for me on the outside looking in, I'm a Florida State fan, but I've always had a liking, not just the colors and watching how Michigan football play. Watching Michigan this year, what's your thoughts on that defensive side that we, you know, seeing that we've keyed on so far? And the coaching, what are some things that you wanted to see when when it comes to improvement throughout the season that you didn't see? Start with you with that one, Big Rob.
I know what I was more disappointed. I know we were spoiled by the terrible two inside, but our interior defensive line, we weren't getting a lot of pressure, man. We wouldn't. When we had them, we had a nice defensive line for the last few years. We would push the pocket. We would close the pocket in, and where we couldn't step up, and our ends would come and crash it and get the quarterback. I didn't see a lot of that. I saw Wink. I'm glad he gone, man. I'm tired of it. I saw him, the blitz packages. People wasn't getting there, and that was leaving on the back end. People was wide open, man. You know what I'm saying? Instead of, it just felt different than it did in years past, and we retaining our two corners, and we got some guys in the portal. We got the guy from Utah in the portal. He was second team all Big 12, so that should be an upgrade. We lost a couple, DBs. We kept the one safety. I think Young came back, and we lost the freshman. I think Saunders ain't that. I think he left. We lost some players. But that's okay though, but I just didn't see the attacking defense. You know what I mean? And it could have been, it was a lot of 3 and outs, a lot of short drives on that keep putting the D back on the field. And after a while, after we getting killed some more, he trying to blitz. He trying to blitz the linebackers. He trying to do a lot of blitzing. I mean, that's Martindale. That's what he do. But the shit just wasn't working. We wasn't getting killed. We didn't give up a lot of points. If you look at our scores, we didn't get killed by anybody. But it was just, it just wasn't right, man. I was real disappointed in on the D side of the ball. Both sides, really, but the D I was disappointed in.
And ParlayPo, what's your take? I know when you talk football, like your knowledge when it comes to the trenches, and I know you play you watch that very closely. Sort of the same thing that Big Ron was saying, some of the things I seen. What's your thoughts on the trenches on that defensive side? I know you used to seeing them get after it, seeing Hutchinson as he did in the previous years, as well as Graham. Tell me some of the things what's your thoughts on that defense this year?
Well, with the line, they wasn't winning one-on-one opportunities like our previous defensive line was. It felt like I'm echoing.
That's good.
Like the previous defensive line, they won one-on-one. Mason Graham and Kenneth Grant, they won one-on-one. So when these big dudes, Ray Benny, and we got the dude from Clemson and Cameron Payne, they wasn't winning one-on-one. So it really made our DBs look suspect. If a quarterback back there with a clean pocket and he's getting no pressure only but the ends, only thing you have to do is step up. And that's what quarterbacks was doing against us. They were just stepping up into the pocket and let the ends go by because that middle wasn't getting any pressure. And in previous years, that ain't happened. If you step up, Mason Graham is going to kill you. Kenneth Grant going to get you. You know what I mean? That was our style. Because when that defensive line, when your trenches is good, that make your whole defense look good. You know what I mean? That make your whole defense look good. And then, like, even when we moved Jay Sean to the end, even on third down, if we got TJ Guy, Jay Sean still need to be in the game. You know what I mean? Like, put him as the middle linebacker because he do fast as ever. He fast like a running back. So there's no reason why he should have been coming off the field. I ain't like Winkle for that. I'm like, why are you taking this 21-year-old dude off the field all the time? You know what I mean? He in shape. Let him play. You know what I mean? If he ain't on that end, make him middle linebacker. You know what I mean? Like, and then we got some safeties coming up. We got Bracey from Memphis transferred, Snowden, Rob Moore coming back, the true freshman, Shamari Earls, he coming back, and they gonna be better. I seen the BYU. I've been watching ever since this new coaching came in. I've been watching BYU and Utah. So I'm planning on us being way better on defense than we have been in previous years.
Yeah,
I
the
agree.
defense
When you,
we got from transfer came from Utah with your boy, the All American second team, John, what's his name? John Henry, something like that.
Yeah, Daily.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
he's gonna be nice. We need
Yeah, you're
that.
gonna be
We
nice.
need some more, we need more physicality. Get back to the physicality. We look
Right.
little out there, man. We look
Appreciate
little
that.
on the back end.
Yes, sir. Indeed. Appreciate you tuning in, Oliver. Hello. Good afternoon to you as well. And as you said, ParlayPo and Big Ron, when you speak on that coaching with these changes that's coming, you got players from Utah, you got players from BYU, you have these guys even from Memphis, and still some players that stayed in that true freshman. One of the guys I do like in Earls, you know, what changes you think on that defensive side coming in, new coaching, as far as you're keeping the guy on the field at that 21-year-old, making him learn a little more to where, it could benefit as the season go on? What are some things that you think can happen for this team to, just take that next step? Being a young team that they were, a lot of hype with them, and knowing it was going to take a year to develop. What are some things on that defensive side of the ball going into next year you think could prevail and be a big difference maker?
Well, I'll go. What I noticed about BYU and Utah mainly, because that's where he came from, but the amount of physicality they play with, because they wasn't talented like that. They wasn't getting all the 4 and 5 stars, but they had a plan. They knew what they were doing, and they played hard with physicality. I don't know what we're doing in practice. I didn't see the physicality. You know what I mean? And I seen a lot of uncertainty, like busted coverages, like on blitzes and like the cover the blitz. And I mean, if he wasn't getting there, then people was running wide open, and it made it look, or back end look vulnerable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the amount of Wink had to blitz a lot. He did do that, but he blitzed even more this year because we wasn't getting the pressure up front. You can't just, we couldn't just go with the base and come with the ends and not have to blitz so much. We had to compensate, say, for not getting to the quarterback. So now he blitzing the safety, he blitzing corners. You know what I'm saying? If they ain't getting there, the motherfuckers is wide open. You know what I'm saying? And the linebacker, I know Cole Sullivan, he transferred. You know what I'm saying? But I think we missing that dog in the middle, man. I think that fact, we miss your boy to the left because he got religious. Damn, I can't. 15. What's his name?
Ernest Huseman.
Yeah, he left the team, man. He left the team. He had some kind of epiphany, religious epiphany. He retired from football, man. He wouldn't hurt him now. He just left the team. And he
last 2 games too.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about, but that hurt us bad, man. It's just, I really feel that the coach, our new coach, I mean, it's going to be better for us, man. I just didn't feel that physicality from some Moore, and he's bringing his defensive coordinator. I think he got the one dude, the O coordinator. I think is his back, or I think he got him an O coordinator from somewhere else. So I mean, the new regime, I think we're gonna look a lot different, man. I think you're gonna see a lot more fire in us, especially on the defensive side of the ball, man. I really do. Nobody feared us. In the past, we were feared. You know what I'm saying? That D, watch out for that dude. Michigan coming with that nice D, you know what I'm saying? But it was like, block the middle, step up from the ends, and motherfuckers cross it, whatever. People wide open, and was young on the back end. So, I mean, all that's a recipe for not having a great day, bro.
Got you. And then we got a question coming in from a WTP for life. We got No in the building. Appreciate you tuning in and watching us as well, the man that put us all together. He said, Poe and Ron, how are you feeling about the Michigan program going forward after overcoming the obstacles they faced?
He say what? Poe and Ron, how are you feeling? Well, I'm saying it's I feel good, man, because I feel it's a overhaul of everything, and it's only 2 coaches we retained, And that's because in their position, coach, we got a 5-star running back coming in, and we got a dude that's been there forever. So, especially when Urban Meyer gave him the stamp, he was talking about like this dude is really a good coach. You know what I mean? He coached with Urban Meyer, so he got his own people in there. I'm saying that hardball era is gone. So everything that you looking for, you look back on Utah when they ain't had the 5 stars, BYU when they had the 5 stars, and how they was a leader of men. All these coaches was, and we're gonna have to get back, like Ronnie said, to that physicality and be Michigan again, man, and play Michigan football.
Exactly. And my thing, let me say this. My thing always with Moore wasn't a proven coach. So what he was trying to do was just keep doing the Harbaugh thing. You know what I mean? Keep because he didn't have a track record of doing nothing else. We didn't know what he would implement or what he did because he was an O-line coach and then assistant, then he got the job. You know what I'm saying? He didn't come from nowhere where you knew what he was going to do and what he was about. He just kept trying to do the Harbaugh thing. A man coming in, he's proven he's got a plan that has worked. They won the Big 12 before, man. Utah, you know what I'm saying? Utah playing that physical smash mouth, you know what I'm saying? And here at Michigan, he should get better recruits, you know, with playing that same style, teaching them that same style, better recruits. So I feel pretty good, man. I really do. I was wondering, like, to myself, how we gonna get up from under Moore? And then the guy sent this for me. You know what I'm saying? The guys got him up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, we ain't firing this dude. He doing just enough. He gonna give me more years, more time. Like he gonna get it together. He gone. Let's roll. Let's go, man.
Yeah.
Before I go to the offensive side, and we got so much more to talk about, I just want to. I know you guys stay locked in. What's your thoughts on one of the top overall recruits that is waiting until the Polynesian Bowl tonight to make his announcement, and Salisa Moa, one of Utah's top ranked nationally. What's your thoughts on him?
We got man? him and his brother gonna be amazing blue, man.
So
yes, watch what I say. Both of these cats about to be amazing blue, man.
And when you guys talk about the physical nature, we know what type of style, all that, you know, what they bring to the table. I think when you mix that with the University of Michigan, and like you said, that physical nature, when you bring brothers, could this be something along with Underwood? It looks like he's staying in Ann Arbor. You know, that's also a big thing, you know, moving forward with the running backs that y'all have, this transfers that you have going on. What's your thoughts on this offense overall coming back? And for me personally, watching Bryce Underwood throughout the season, he had ups and downs, but watching him even in the loss to Michigan, I'm looking forward to this coming year myself because it's so much progression just in that game. Even though they lost, I've seen so much progression in Underwood himself. What's your thoughts on the offense?
Go ahead, Paul.
Year two is going to be on Bryce Underwood because Willingham always said we're going to do everything to make this kid successful. He already got his own quarterback coach now. You know what I mean? He got his own quarterback coach. They said they're going to get this technique together because he's from high school. Like Nick Saban said, he shouldn't have been the starter of Michigan. I said that too. And everybody in the Michigan room tried to tear me down. Like, dude shouldn't be the starter starting off. He shouldn't be the starter. He should go behind somebody and learn something. Like Mikey King. If Mikey King didn't get hurt, I think he was our starter. I honestly think if Mikey King ain't get hurt, he would have been our starter. Year two is going to be on Bryce. He throw off his back foot. I seen his mechanics while I'm watching it on TV. He throwing it off his back foot. He don't know how to check down. As soon as he see a check down dude, he throwing it. His progression is like if a pass supposed to go to Marsh, he throwing it to Marsh. You know what I mean? But he not going through his progressions right. And they about to teach him all that. We got Marshall coming back. All our offensive line. We got a couple guys that went pro. A couple guys jumped in the portal, but they came back. Couple guys came back. We got a transfer coming in from Utah. We got a transfer big boy coming in from down south. So you know what I mean? Like get that smash mouth running back. Savion Hyder, he coming in 5-star. I don't know how many carries he gonna get. Him. We got the transfer from Oklahoma, the running back. You know what I mean? We got the French dude from Texas coming in. You know what I mean? The big boy tight end. You know what I mean? This the part I want to see. I want to see this offense. I'm a defensive guy, but I really want to see what this offense do.
Talk about it, because you say spin that thing, and I think when you say spin that thing, I really, unless I didn't have my ear to the sports world, I really haven't heard it much until hearing you really say it a lot. And I know when you speak on that offense, you know, losing Hayes in the portal, along with Marsh, but the way you anticipate in this offense, I think the way you guys are firing back, I think this shows that year two under Underwood, as the question is, and you answered that a couple of times, I think it's a big year, of course, but I think the development is going to be there having that quarterback coach as well. Any thoughts for you on that, Big Ron? The type of year league expect from Underwood?
I totally agree. Second year is up to Bryce. He went through his freshman year. He see what he needs to get better at. Hopefully the game will slow down for him. I just see him back there with happy feet and a lot of uncertainty. And our offense, this is what I hope. Our offense was so basic. I hope the new regime come in, because you knew what we was going to do. Everybody who played us knew what we was going to do. We did the same thing. I never seen no spread out. Let's go 4 wide. Sometimes let's bring some motion. Let's, you know what I'm saying? Let's try to manipulate the defense so we can find mismatches. You know, he just dropping back, handing off, fake handoff or fake read option and dropping back. We got one dude, maybe 2 dudes go out, one dude and a tight end. You know what I'm saying? And now he's stuck. His first read gone. He nervous about throwing over the middle. A lot of times when he did throw over the middle, he got intercepted. That's where most of his interceptions came from, over the middle. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, he only got 2 reads like that. We just need to have more vision. I could say the same thing about my Steelers, too, off topic. But today's a new day, man. Motherfuckers is fast and big and reactive. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just do the same handoff, play action, look for Morris all the time or the tight end. You know what I'm saying? That's all we did. That's why our second receiver, dude, you know, what's it, McCauley? He kind of disappeared. He was supposed to be in the man, but he just kept looking for Morris. I just think we need more imagination. And damn, thing about to fall. We need more imagination, bro, on the offensive end, and hopefully the new regime will come in and do that. And, you know, we got weapons. We got, like Poe just mentioned, we got the number 1 running back coming in. We still got Morris. Thank God he didn't transfer. You know what I'm saying? We got the big dude. He's like a hybrid tight end, whatever, from Utah, tight end receiver. The one dude, he was a freshman last year. He's coming over here. So, I mean, I just got to see. I'm very hopeful and optimistic that it can't look no more vanilla and plain. I used to say that we ain't showing a lot because we waiting for Ohio State, or we ain't showing a lot for later on. But we did the same thing all year. One more thing about Bryce. I know I'm nitpicking but his mechanics. I'm glad he got a quarterback coach. His mechanics is terrible, man. He throws the ball. He throws the ball like this. Boom. It's fast and hard. Like, boom. That's why he don't have touch on the ball. He don't arc the ball. You know, sometimes you gotta put it in, especially when you're going deep or trying to get over them linebackers. You know what I'm saying? He's throwing straight bullets, man. He's slinging straight bullets like this. So hopefully they'll get him. You know, sometimes you got to take something off the ball and you got to throw with some touch, man. But He gonna learn all that. And the reason I think we had to start him because we paid him all that money. I agree with Saban. And I thought King, I was glad when we picked up King. You know what I'm saying? But he ended up being hurt the whole year. But I don't know, man. I'm really optimistic about what's coming next year. You know, so you call me being a homer, but I see us doing big things next year.
And then knowing the key loss that you guys had in the offseason with the portal, Justin Hayes, how are you guys worried at all about Justin Hayes leaving with the
No,
that you have?
I ain't really worried about it because you know what I mean. Like I hope he do good. He gonna be at Georgia Tech. He was our home run hitter. He was good, but having a running back with a leg injury, that's not good. But we got Marshall. Marshall run hard from Cincinnati. We got the Oklahoma dude that run hard, and Savion Hyder. He a home run hitter, but he just a true freshman. And we got this one dude that really posted being pushing all them dudes. His name Capono.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he posted being the dude. You know what I mean? Like until all these dudes stepped up.
That's the one that played in that bowl game, right?
Yeah, the poster stepped all the way up. Yeah. So he supposed to been our dude for real, but all these other dudes came and stepped up because he had nagging injuries. And think about that. Think about Michigan. Well, I'm gonna say think about this old coaching staff. If you had nagging injuries, they wasn't putting you in. Because we had the dude that supposed to be the stud at tight end. Hanson, he had nagging injuries the whole year. We didn't even see him when he was healthy. You know what I mean? Like so we this new I'm excited about this new coaching staff. But Justice Hayes, I ain't gonna play like he wasn't that dude because he was that dude. You know what I mean? But I ain't worried about it.
Yeah, I agree, man. Like when you speak on that, because I like Marshall. When I actually seen him all, I know what Haynes brings, like you say, home run hitter, but Marshall a different back. And then what I seen in the bowl game in Capono, like you said, he's special. I said, where has this guy been all season? So I think when you speak on this running back room, with all due respect to Haynes, and hats off to you coming in the ACC and being at Georgia Tech, but you know, Michigan set themselves up in the right direction moving forward with what they're building and what they're doing with that program as well. Any thoughts for you on that one? Big Ron on Haynes?
Like Poe said, I do wish him the best. You know what I'm saying? Haynes a good dude. You know, from everything I read about it, he doing what's best for him. He helped us just like we helped him. You know what I'm saying? Now he had options, so I wish him the best. But I ain't worried about running back. I like Marshall inside them tackles. He break tackles. He get them good yards, man. I like him, man. And the freshman, he gonna come in hopefully and do his thing. But I just think we good. We kept Alfred the running backs coach. So I think he coaches them up pretty good. I think we're gonna be all right on that, man. So I ain't really worried about that. Like I said, I just want a little bit more diversity. I don't want, you can't just line up and just run every time, especially when there's no threat of pass, or we know he only going to Marsh. You know what I'm saying? Over the tight end and double over the top with Marsh, and you basically stop him. You know what I'm saying? So they both work hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? The passing game, the running game set up the passing game, but also the passing game, the threat of the pass can set up the run too. So we just got to have more of a balance on the shit, bro. That I think we're gonna be better.
Yeah, and WTP said, no, he said, I'd like to see them sprinkle in some target to motion in the offense. And both of you guys both said that and agree with that. Just seeing the offense not look vanilla and, move around and do something. I think having that quarterback coach, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, see, our offensive coordinator, he from Utah. If you go look at Utah's offense, that's the offense we be playing. He sprinkle in motion. He do some screens. He do a lot of everything. He just didn't have the players like that. You know what I mean? The players like that. But he had, but his quarterback was real nice. But his quarterback can get up. Dampier, you know what I mean? His quarterback was nice. But Bryce, even though Bryce coming back, it's not 100% that he got the keys to the whip. You know what I mean? Dude said he got to compete, even though he coming back. He got to compete. We got to transfer from LSU. He a black dude too, and he got a Tommy gun too. He got a Tommy gun strapped to his shoulder. So we gonna see. Yeah, we gonna see if Bryce. I'm talking about this is a new regime. I'm like, you can't be handed the keys to the car if you ain't out there working.
Right. Totally agree.
Right. And I think he's this year humbled him. You know what I'm saying? You coming from high school where you're the man. Now you come and see what it's about, what big time football about, bro. You was beat by a lot of athletic ability. And one thing I want to say about Bryce ain't no true runner, man. I thought he would be a better runner than he is. It take him a long time to get going. And you know, a lot of times he fumbled a couple of times when he was running and got hit because he didn't look comfortable running the ball. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I thought this dude was super dual threat like that. He can, like you said, the LSU transfer, the other brother, I didn't heard a lot of things about him. You know what I'm saying? So I know Willingham going it's a competition. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a competition. You got to earn your spot, Bryce.
And
that's why I said it's all.
No, go. Was you finished? Go ahead.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay. Now, as you were saying that with the transfers, you ran right into the next question. Appreciate it as well. Post game, WT for life for tuning in as well. He said, "Do you guys feel like the transfer players coming from the Big 12 will be able to compete in the Big 10?"
Yeah, I do. I'm saying if you could play football, you could play football. Because look, these dudes been coached up. Even 5 stars can't compete sometimes. As long as you've been coached up, we got strength conditioning, man. These dudes can definitely compete. And I think they compete in the Big 10. I think they'll do very well in the Big 10.
What's your thoughts, Big Ron?
I agree. I think it's no question they can compete in the Big 10, especially at the positions that we're getting. I think they definitely can compete in the Big 10. The Big 12 ain't as sorry as people want to say it is. You know what I'm saying? The Big 12 turning around. You know, the Big 12 used to be like an aired out 45 to 40. You know, that's what they used to do. You know what I'm saying? But that's changed a little bit now. So you know, Texas Tech had that tough D. You know what I'm saying? Utah played with tough D. You know what I'm saying? So maybe at the top end of the Big 10 is a little better than the Big 12. But, you know, overall, the Big 12, all right. Big 12, they could have hung with the Big 10, the middle and the lower echelon of the Big 10. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see a problem at all with that. I think they're going to come and compete. And I think they're going to bring that hunger. You know what I'm saying? When you feel you got a chip, you know, because the Big 12 is always considered like fourth class, you know, maybe the ACC coming back, but the Big 12 is always the last of the Power Four. You know what I'm saying? So they always came with a little chip, like, you know, they don't think we nothing about nothing down here. So they gonna bring that, and they gonna have shit to prove. Like, we coming to Michigan, we coming in the Big 10, like, you know, and that's gonna permeate through the whole team. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we competing over here. You know what I'm saying? We gonna compete every day over here. So I believe it's gonna help us out.
What was your favorite part, as WTP for life asks? What was your favorite part of this past season?
My favorite part was, I think our freshmen did. They got a little development. They seen how it is to play in big time football. Like Marsh, Shamari Earls, the dude Sanders, where he transferred from he in Notre Dame now. I was real high on this dude, man. I'm telling you,
yeah.
Notre Dame got a good one right there, man.
Good one. Yeah, that boy's special for
real. Yeah, they got a good one right there, man. And surprisingly how good the freshmen did. You know what I mean? And then they coming into this second season, and they know what everything is all about now. You know what I mean? They ain't deer in headlights no more.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but the freshman was the big part, my best part of this team.
What's your thoughts on that? What was your favorite part?
Same here. I mean, you know, The favorite, that's the word. It wasn't a lot of good shit going on for me with this year, but I can say that the time and experience that the freshmen got. We played a lot of freshmen. They got a lot of exposure, a whole lot of exposure. And Marshawn, he was a pleasant surprise how well he played. I was scared that he might transfer out because, now he might want to go to a more pass happy offense or something. But I'm glad he stayed. You know what I mean? I'm glad he stayed. And also, it sounds terrible, but my favorite part was when Moore got fired. You know what I'm saying? That was my favorite thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to wish bad on nobody because he did it himself, but it gave us a chance to kind of reset. You know what I'm saying? We need to get farther away, as far away from the hardball shit.
Possible
as we can, man. And it wasn't gonna happen without him being gone, because that's all he knows. You know what I mean? He don't have nothing to put in to implement. He going by what he said. You know what I'm saying? This is my mentor, so I'm doing the same thing he doing. He don't have his own mind, concepts and stuff like that. So, I'm gonna say my favorite part was when I heard the news that he was gone.
That lingering effect. Yeah, I love it, man, when we talking about this, man. So far, it's been going great. And just one last question. I know you guys probably looked at the schedule. I'm going to ask you this one question just to throw this out there. Knowing that you would love to be undefeated, be in a national championship, anyone would love that for their team in the talk of what would your team's record be. What is a good record for you, knowing the situation with what we have in a playoff system, championship weekend? Right now, if you ended the season, what would you love for your record to be as a Michigan fan, understanding everything going on, new coaching staff coming in, new players, transfers, and things like that? What would make you happy? Being in a Big Ten championship? All that. Talk to me a little bit.
Well, we know you can't lose over 2 games. We know that from right now. You can't lose over 2 games unless you're an SEC team. You know what I mean? Like if you Big Ten or ACC, well, ACC, it depends on who loving y'all, man. You know what I mean? Like this 3 years in a row, Big Ten been in the championship. So you know what I mean? Evidently, we are the best conference. So we should have the more teams in. You know what I mean? Like, it depends on who love you, man. And right now, the SEC is getting all the love. So you can't lose over 2 games, man. You can't lose over 2 games.
Right. I'm gonna say 10-2, 9-3 would be good. The 3 losses though have to be to the right team. And you have to have some good wins, because obviously, if not by now, I mean, Indiana's the favorite, so we might be 3 years in a row the Big Ten got the national champ. So that's got to up our clout, right? Aren't we the best? Ain't the Big Ten the best conference now? If that happens, is there any question? You know what I'm saying? At least at the top to middle. You know what I'm saying? They got to be the best conference. So, say I haven't looked at our schedule. But I'm saying, say we go 10-2, or say we go 9-3, and say Indiana top 10 next year, Oregon top 10 next year, Ohio State top 10 next year, and say by the time it all goes down, say we sneak in the top 10. Just say, for instance, that happens, and say if we play, I don't even know. Do we got Oregon this year, Paul?
I don't know. I think we do. I ain't seen no schedule.
Indiana and Ohio State.
Yeah.
Say we win every game. Say we lose 2 of them 3, and we finish like 10-2. They got to get us in, right? You think that? You don't think we can get in with 10-2?
Well, ain't that what they do?
With 2 losses, with two losses to the top 10 teams.
We got to, man.
I think when you said 10-2 for Michigan next year, me on the outside looking in, Michigan is in the playoffs. Michigan is a top 10 team, and you can't negate nothing about that. Let's go ahead and you might as well go ahead and tap that. I'm a clip that, and I'm
What about
definitely
9
going
and
to
3?
put that
What
in.
about 9 and 3, Bob?
I like 10-2. I'm not dealing with 9-3 because you're not in the SEC. And I'm gonna say this, and we said and talked about this the other night. The Big Ten is right here. SEC has to catch up now. Like you said, 3 years. You both said it, and we talked about it. 3 years you in the national. You can't negate that fact. And when y'all in this national title, you're talking about an Indiana team that they're talking about possibly being undefeated. Michigan was undefeated when they won. Ohio
Yeah.
State lost that one game, and then they trounced the team that they lost to by 1 point. They BTA'd on them throughout that playoff historical run. So let's put some respect on this Big Ten, man. I'm an ACC guy. I'm happy to see our conference moving and doing what we're doing in this playoff with Miami, a team that no one felt and talked about should be in at sometimes, but they snuck in. And they're in it to win it, as we see. KT, shout out to you. Justin, shout out to you. Y'all's Hurricanes, Juan Baker, everyone that's a Hurricane fan.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all, man, for sure.
Yeah, we got Oregon this year. We got Oregon. Yeah, we got Oregon. Let me see. We got Indiana, UTEP, Oklahoma, and Western Michigan. We got the one dude who led Western Michigan in tackles. He our defensive lineman's younger brother. He came to us. He transferred to us. He played linebacker. He played linebacker. He said he a fast, little slight linebacker. He a tackling machine. We got to see how he going. We 235, but we got to probably put another 10 more pounds on him if he's gonna play that linebacker in the Big Ten.
And just to think about this, you just said Oregon, Indiana, Oklahoma. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the air for y'all, ParlayPo, Big Ron. Y'all might be on some bounce back on the redemption tour come this 25-26 football season, because if you think about it, look at Ohio State, what they did on their run. Look at what Indiana did on their run, what they're doing right now. And you could even talk about Miami on this road to their national championship in this head-to-head matchup. What could Michigan possibly do next year? We might as well put it in the air and talk about it, because it's a possibility with that schedule they got, knowing the teams that they lost to last year, Oklahoma, the Oregon team that you didn't play, and that Indiana team, So this is some things that could possibly happen for Michigan, knowing that now you have that transfer class. You have that quarterback coach that could get Bryce prepared and locked in and ready, and he have big game experience. You have freshmen that play. So I like a 10-2 record. Hell, why not 11-1? Go blue.
Exactly.
Let's see what we could do.
Yeah.
I don't see why not.
I don't think this portal really tell you how you can recruit. It just tell you how what you willing to spend and how big is your pocketbook. Because I'm saying, if you throw that number out there, man, who ain't coming? You know what I mean? Like who ain't coming? Like Texas Tech got all this bread. Texas got bread. We got bread. But I'm saying I can spend 1 year right there and jump back in the portal. You know what I mean? Like, this portal is crazy, man. I'm saying that's why you got to sign. They should make these dudes sign a contract that you at least have to stay 2 years or whatever. The contract they sign, you got to stay 2 years, man. And if you ain't playing, we can see you got to be stipulations. If you playing and you playing them 2 years, man, you got to stay. But if you ain't playing, I see why you want to leave. But if you get and run, whatever, you got to stay at that team. It got to be something with this portal, man, because this getting out of hand. 5,000 athletes was in the portal. Come on, man.
It's crazy.
Right. And the thing about that portal, you know what I'm saying? The college is free agency now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's free agency. You can show out where you at and still transfer somewhere else for more money. You know what I mean? Yeah. It ain't a lot of times It ain't even about like the playing time. Even people that's showing out. Like Haynes left. He showed out. You know, and any other he would come right back and run it back with Michigan, right?
Yeah.
But he you know what I'm saying? He went to Georgia Tech. They probably was giving him more money or whatever.
$3 million. $3 million.
Free agent.
He getting $3 million, man.
I ain't mad at him.
Yeah,
I ain't
he
mad
getting
at
$3
him.
million.
They still got to do something about it. I like that idea. I heard that before. Make them sign 2-year contracts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have to stay 2 years and you know, before you can get up out of it, you know, because they committing the money, you know what I'm saying? Like Bryce, they saying, what was it, like 20 mil for the length, like, but you know what I'm saying, that if he leave after 1 year, it ain't 20 million, you know, he get 1 year bread, then go get some bread from somewhere else, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I love it for the athletes, but it's hard to keep up and hard to keep a consistent team when the motherfuckers is moving in and out every year like that.
Got you. Agree. And as we continue in this show today, we not only looking at Go Blue, we see you dressed back there. We see your background, ParlayPo. If you want, you could definitely go put your cap on, because next for a few seconds we're gonna talk about y'all's Pittsburgh Steelers. We talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers. We know that they're not still in the playoffs, but we talking Pittsburgh Steelers because a lot of people had no reason or no feel, no thought that they would be in the playoffs. They got Aaron Rodgers. They felt like things weren't going to happen. It was talks about the hot seat with Tomlin, but he stepped down from 19 years of greatness, Hall of Fame worthy. Soon as he stepped down, to me, give us your thoughts and your takes on the Pittsburgh Steelers, Mike Tomlin, everything going on. Just give me a book, if you would like, on this Pittsburgh Steelers, because this 19 years, this is legendary in my book. When you talk about,
Man, shout out to Tomlin, man. Shout out to Tomlin. A lot of people didn't like Tomlin in his later years. Some people didn't like Tomlin off the dribble, especially in these Steeler rooms on Facebook, them racist mugs. But shout out to Tomlin, and then Big Ben had us hostage, man. He messed up our quarterback situation for us not drafting a quarterback right after him. He ain't want Landry Jones, he ain't want Mason Rudolph, but it was on the Steelers to make Ben happy. And we should have never thought of that, because it was quarterbacks out there. But this organization, man, I've been liking the Steelers all my life, man. So hopefully this next guy come, he gonna have to get his quarterback, man. I'm talking about ain't no 1 year rentals. Peace to Aaron Rodgers, you gone. I ain't like how he was talking to some of the dudes and his mannerism, his face. He had the LeBron face sometimes. Somebody mess up, he'll look at them like they was real stupid. Sometimes you messed up all the time because you couldn't get out that pocket, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm talking about you getting tackled by your own lineman because you couldn't get out that pocket. You know what I mean? But they're going to be all right. We on this coaching search for probably like another week, and we're going to find our man, and then we need to find that quarterback.
What's your thoughts, Big Ron, OG?
Yeah, I want to shout out Mike T. I want to say thank you to Mike T. A lot of people was calling for him to be gone. Y'all got what y'all wanted. You know what I'm saying? Mike heard they holler and fire Tomlin at the end of the game and all that. You know what I'm saying? A man can only take so much, but really, I think it was a mutual thing. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't gonna fire him, but we wasn't mad that he was gone. You know, after 19 years, stuff gets stale. You know what I'm saying? He tired. We was tired of it. We was tired of the same thing. It wasn't no like innovation. He tried different coordinators, and it was just like the NFL was moved along. That old Pittsburgh, it's the same thing. We didn't have the physicality anymore. You know what I'm saying? A lot of our players, like Hayward, getting old. TJ, I think he might be on the decline. I know he's been injured. We'll see next year with him, but he wasn't giving us that production. So, you know what I'm saying? We was just trying to make patchwork and try to get through it, keep games close and win. You know what I'm saying? And we got to find a quarterback. That's what we have to do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no way. With my team, we played. We had just a good enough record not to be picking at the top of the draft. You know what I mean? Not to be at the very bottom, but not bad enough to be getting at the top of the draft. So we can go try to find our quarterback. So now we renting people like Poe said, or taking chances on people. The one miss we had, Kenny Pickett. You know what I'm saying? We missed on that one. You know what I'm saying? That was a front office, and I really think it starts with the front office. You know what I mean? Yeah. They got to have a different vision. You know what I'm saying? They got to have a whole different vision. And we used to, you notice every Tomlin was 37 when he got there. Bill Cowher was young when he got there. You know what I'm saying? They said I think Chuck Noll was 38 when we hired him. You know what I'm saying? So maybe we're gonna find somebody fresh and new. I don't want no retread. I don't want no motherfucker that's gonna come in there with the same old stuff. You know, this is our chance to change it up in Pittsburgh. You know what I mean? It's got to be a new day, man. But I appreciate Tomlin. He got us to 2 Super Bowls. He got him a Super Bowl, and you know what I'm saying. We had some good years with Tomlin.
What you think about? What you think about this though? You know, ever since I've been liking him, I only had 3 coaches. And all them coaches was defensive coaches. What if our head coach end up being an offensive minded dude? Like, cause we interviewing the Rams passing coordinator dude. You know what I mean? He a young guy. You know what I mean? Under Sean McVay. You know what I mean? What if we go that way instead of going the defensive end?
I would prefer that, bro. That would be my wish. Because you have an offensive mind head coach. You can get defensive coordinators. You can find. You know, you can retread defensive coordinators that move around all the time. You can get a good defense coordinator. You know what I'm saying? Hell, our defensive coordinator, we had a bum defensive coordinator this year. You know what I'm saying? That Thomas boy, what's his name?
Austin Trey.
Austin. Yeah. We could find he trash. We could find him. I think we need an offensive mind head coach. And then get an OC that's in tune with him and make it happen like that. Instead of getting a defensive coach and trying to be in tune with on the defensive side and then trusting the O with this guy's mind, you should have some acumen as an offensive minded coach to go along with your old coordinator. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see, man. But I feel good about both situations. I think it was time for a change. Both play Michigan and Pittsburgh. I think it was a time for a change.
But we can't be the Browns, though. We can't go in the gutter. We can't go in the gutter.
No, I don't think we go in the gutter. I don't. Yeah. It's hard to understand how Cleveland is like that because their defense is nice.
Yeah.
I don't understand how they keep being that terrible. You know what I mean? But I don't. You know, it just is.
It is what it is. Yeah. Shout out to Tomlin. His tenure, his Hall of Fame career, coaching, and what he do, man, for the game. Take your break. You're deserving of your flowers and come back whenever you want. It's a spot waiting for you, I'm sure. And now, last but not least, we got so much to talk about with this Go Blue today, man. We got Michigan basketball to talk about. Y'all got one of our own, born and raised here from Columbus, Ohio, Northland, Ohio product, 2011 to 2013. He graced basketball with some of the best games, some of the moments we won't ever. I mean, I just could go on and on all day about Trey Burke, man. Who was we talking about? Who we come here to talk about not only as well as the Michigan basketball, but when we talk about Trey Burke, you know, for me, I go into a thought of not knowing who he was until I heard talks about him throughout the city. And when I seen him with my own eyes, I played with a point guard by the name of Tyhan Johnson in high school. We went to the state championships, and that's who I thought about, man, this type of guard at his short stout. When you think of Michigan basketball, you think of Trey Burke. Talk to me, gentlemen. You Michigan fans, you've experienced being a fan, cheering for this guy, ParlayPo. I know you was in the Northland gyms, almost every high school gym. watching this man during his high school days. Same for you, Big Ron. Talk to me about what this means not only to you but Michigan basketball.
Man, how do this sound?
Let me go first because you're gonna have more time on this than me.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I ain't even a Michigan fan like that in basketball. Don't shit on me for that, but I like North Carolina. I'm only Michigan football, but I am familiar with Trey Burke, and I was a fan of Michigan for that time. I don't want to jump on the bandwagon and act like I was a Michigan fan. Oh my shit, my phone. Now that they ranked in the they was ranked number 2, and now they're in the top 10. I ain't gonna jump on the bandwagon like I've been like in Michigan like that. But I definitely respect what they doing. But as far as Trey Burke impressed me so much during them years, man. He played with such a chip on his shoulder. And a side story, my ex-wife's cousin is married to Trey Burke. I don't know if they still married because me and my wife ain't together no more, but her cousin, the light-skinned girl he's married to and got kids by is her real cousin, her blood cousin. So, so I heard about him a lot, when we were married, and they were real excited about Trey Burke when he went to the league and all that. But I definitely respect it. I respect that team they had when they went to the national championship. And just Trey Burke, he played with a chip on his shoulder. He had something to prove because Ohio State didn't show him the love. So he said, I'm going to the rival. You know what I mean? I'm going to go to Michigan and show out. And then also one thing that stood out with Trey when they played that national championship game. Do y'all remember when that Silva for Louisville was going up for that layup? And Trey came and they called a foul. I did not know it. Man, you see how high he got up, man. They showed that play on Sports Show. But every time you see that, watch how high Trey got up on that. He was just a dog. Light-skinned dog.
Block.
Yeah, but I just want to say that. And go ahead, Paul.
Now, that should be on the shirt. I should find that picture and put it on the shirt. Listen, that was the clean block. But listen, how do this sound? Mr. Basketball of Ohio, the next year, 2 years later, he won the National Player of the Year. Come on, man. He got away. He got away from Ohio State's back door. Come on, man. And they picked this dude Shannon from. He was Mr. Basketball of Georgia, but Trey made it his thing to get him work when he seen him when they played Ohio State. Trey, him and Aaron Craft. You know what I mean? Yeah. Trey gave them both work. But shout out to Trey Burke, man. I seen him. The first time I seen him, and I was like, man, this cat going to Michigan. He walked in the gym with a Michigan sweatshirt at Northland's gym with a Michigan sweatshirt. I looked at this cat. I was like, man, this cat going to Michigan, man. I was like, you just ain't gonna wear the rivals sweatshirt around, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was like, this cat is going to Michigan, man. And he played good, man. And his supporting cast, man. He got four of them dudes made the NBA, man. He had a nice supporting cast, and it was crazy because Trey was the leader of that team. But Trey never like ball hogged or nothing. He let them guys work too. You know what I mean? Like Hardaway Jr., Robinson III, Nicky Sauskis.
Was it McGarry that played with him?
Levert. We played Levert. Yeah. Mitch McGarry, Levert. You know what I mean? Like Levert was a true freshman. You know what I mean? Levert was a true freshman and used to play. And man, shout out to Trey Burke, man. I'm happy for him for that, man. I'm very happy for him. Jersey, you don't get jerseys retired. I'm like, they ain't even what's the name's jerseys they ain't even retired. The Fab Fives ain't even retired.
Yeah, and that's like when you think about that, you make me think about stories. And I thought about one when I was going to my nephew's game. Rest in peace, man. He was young, and I was going to a game, and we walking through, and I see Trey, and he looking, and I'm like, man, go speak to Trey. He like, who is that? I said, that's gonna be a future NBA player. He doing big things. He was just down here visiting, and I'm like, having those things to remember, for your kids, nieces, nephew, family, that's something that they'll take on, forever. So for me, seeing what he's done, I was actually a fan of Michigan basketball during his tenure. Quiet as kept because I almost watched every game. Like watching him out there do what he do. I mean, this is big games. This is a product out of Central Ohio High School, Northland High School, a gym where I played at. A lot of us played at. So for me, watching him on the biggest stages, doing what he do, man, it was special, man. I mean, he brought something to college basketball I think at the time was missing. He brought someone that, people forgot that Ohio even had basketball. He put us on the map in a different way, man.
Man, go back and watch this Kansas game when he played against Kansas. Go go back and watch that Kansas game, man. I watch that probably like once a month, man. I watch that game like once a month, and I watch it like I ain't never seen it. Watch this game, man. They was balling. Trey hit some big shots, man.
Big shots after big shots.
Huge shots, man. I was like, man, this dude, he destined, man. Hey, I mess with Trey heavy. You know what I mean? Like,
definitely.
Trey was a killer. He ain't look like a killer, but Trey was a killer.
Yeah, and he looked like a killer. Listen, and he knew what the rivalry was. I'm talking about even Ohio State, man. He got this what's the name? Michigan State is up. Michigan State is up. Dude trying to stall. Trey ripped him like that. Like boom, ripped him. Bang. You know what I mean? Dunked it. I was like, oh yeah, he know what this rivalry about. You know what I mean?
Breakaway when he got up on the rim, he did like a chin up on the rim.
Yeah.
Trey had ups too. Trey can get up too.
Yeah.
So
that motherfucker was done.
When you think of all that and you think of where Michigan basketball is today, the culture's changed with the transfer portal, but to see them back being this dominant team, you think about Trey, Burke, everybody you mentioned, the Hardaways, the McGarrity's, Morris the third, all those guys, Levert, another product in the hometown, great, who's still doing this thing from Pickerington, Ohio, who made a name in that gym as well. And what's your thoughts on this team this year? You have Gales to transfer. You have McKinney, the sensational freshman. You have, what is it? I can't remember his name, the point guard to transfer. That boy bad.
Oh,
yeah.
We got him. We got them from North Carolina. We got him from North Carolina.
Exactly. I know we did. Yeah, y'all took him from us.
Yeah. And then we got Lexor. He was the best. He was the best player in the portal. You know what I mean?
Like Anthony Davis.
Yeah, he's the best player in the portal. Right now, man, it's all about the coaching. It's crazy because previously, Juwan Harrell was a heck of a recruiter, but he couldn't get these guys to play. I'm talking about at one time, Juwan had the Fab Five too. You know what I mean? He coached the Fab Five, and all of these dudes, even his son was on there. They went pro. All them dudes, like, soon as he touched,
y'all had Rivers, y'all had Poole, you know what I'm saying? Y'all had
it was loaded.
Yeah. And see, Juwan couldn't get it done, so they had to get him out of there. But it's crazy because we went from the bottom of the barrel. We was last in the Big Ten. Then Dusty May came. We won the Big Ten tournament. You know what I mean? Like, hey, styles make fight, man. Coaches, man. Dude can coach in that portal. You know what I mean? Like, that portal mean a lot in basketball because some of these dudes can be one and done. But some of these dudes that know they ain't that great, they can stay around for that little nil money. You know what I mean? Get your degree and still get some nil money in the process. If you ain't 100% sure that you're going to make it to the league, because the NBA is way harder to make it to the NBA than it is to make it to the NFL.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because less players, there's like 2 rounds in the NBA. You only have 2 rounds.
Yeah, like boom.
And with you being a big North Carolina fan, this big OG Ron, I'm not going to leave you out because you got a sensational freshman over there,
Oh,
and
Caleb
he's
Cole.
brought North Carolina basketball back. I call him the young KG, Caleb Wilson. Tell me
Caleb
about your
Wilson.
thoughts on North Carolina basketball. No disrespect to what the talk is, but when we talk basketball, we respectively got to dabble and talk about those respective players of the teams we do have. And you're a North Carolina fan. Tell me about Caleb Wilson. What's your thoughts on this freshman as well?
Yeah, he the real deal, man. He a dog, man. He caught me by surprise. I didn't know he was as athletic as he was. That boy, he reminded me of a young KG. You know what I'm saying? The way he bounced around, I mean, he's dunking everything. He's real active, and I'm impressed. He's carrying us right now, along with we got to transfer the big center from Arizona, and we did a whole overhaul. We got like 5 transfers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's making us, it's keeping us competitive. We ain't there yet. My whole thing is, I don't like Hubert Davis as our coach. I wish it was a way. Hubert Davis ain't the one for me. He ain't.
Yeah.
He too nice dude to me, man. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got that fire in him to get the full potential out of people. You know what I'm saying? That's why Cadeau left. Cadeau left us and went to y'all. He was starting for us 2 years. You know what I'm saying? But he's like, this ain't going nowhere. I like the action over Michigan. It's a buzz over there. You know what I'm saying? And it's paid off for them. They lost, but y'all still probably top 5. We just lost the other day to goddamn Stanford, man. But yeah, we just lost to Stanford. Day from yesterday, I believe. Yeah, Stanford. But
I don't think ParlayPo would be mad if you joined him. You're already looking good in your Go Blue.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I don't have to, you know what I mean? I watch them from afar because they in the Big Ten, we in the ACC, so there really ain't no conflict of interest like that. I can like them a little bit, and I got my team, but I got to roll with North Carolina. We'll be back, man. We'll be back. We making the tournament. We snuck in last year and then showed why they said we shouldn't have gotten in. You know what I'm saying? We went and laid an egg, but we'll be all right. Hopefully we can get to the Sweet 16. And I know Michigan, they got national championship aspirations, but we ain't there yet, bro.
Yeah.
That March Madness think about that tournament. It's like you don't want to go in backwards. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just go in with a good record. You got to be playing good basketball with that March Madness. You know what I mean? Because it be these little teams that really upset you, man. Because they're going to be diving on the floor and everything, these little teams.
I agree with you. And as far as I just, I really wanted to bring you guys in, man. I had some great season talks and thoughts as far as just a couple questions for the upcoming season, as well as to dive in like we did on Tomlin Talk Pittsburgh with a little bit of that great legendary Trey Burke and Michigan basketball as well, with a little dose of that freshman that you got over there and your team you like, Tar Heel Nation, Caleb Wilson. But I just greatly appreciate y'all taking the time out today to join me and get these talks and these conversations in, man. Anytime y'all want to talk, conversate, I'm here, man. No matter what day it is, if I'm available, we could do it. And we definitely got some college basketball talk coming, so make sure that you all stay tuned in because we're going to have ParlayPo. We're going to have Big Ron, the OG, coming in as well for more college basketball talk. Because they say a Go Blue got, like you said, national championship aspirations, ParlayPo.
Yeah.
One quick thought about that real quick. Talk to the
people. I'm with it. I'm with it, man. We got Dusty May coaching staff. I'm with it, man. I'm with it. But it's some Big Ten teams that can play. You know what I mean? Like we still got Michigan State and Illinois. You know what I mean? Like it's some teams out there, man. Iowa can play. So Purdue.
Yeah, definitely. I even watched Nebraska. They look like a scary little
Nebraska.
Undefeated.
I went to the Ohio State Nebraska game, man. I went to that game. I had some free tickets. Me and Deanna went. Nebraska, man, they coach well. They coach
Yeah.
really good, man. You got to beat them. They ain't gonna beat themselves. You got to beat them.
Yeah.
Then make sure we appreciate everyone tuning in today all across the networks that you join from, whether it's your phone, your laptop, if you even listening to it on your YouTube radio that you might have that you're paying the subscription for. Make sure you follow all those channels that you see down at the bottom. You got One Take Zaya, you got SEC Shine, you got ParlayPo of Blissburg, you have myself, Mossberg, of course, of Level Up Sports 10, you got at Postgame 86, you have City League TV. He is also on Facebook as well. And you have the man that put us all together, also WTP Sports Dude at WTP for Life. So make sure, man, you reach out to us. If it's you that had that conversation about your team or just your basketball, your football, any sport that you may have done, we could talk about it. We could bring you right here, do what we do best, man. Other than that, anything that you want to say to the people, ParlayPo?
Peace.
As we always do, man. We was in the building, and now we out. Peace.
Peace.
Peace. I holla.